One of the themes you'll hear about a lot during the presidential campaign, the disappearing middle class.
And what happened to middle-class America? New York Times bestselling author and entrepreneur Grant Cardone says that the middle class is a myth. Is it a myth?
Well, if you're a politician, it's not a myth because they have to, the Bush or the Clinton will come out and talk about the middle class and they're going to save the middle class and they have a plan for the middle class. Because if they told you the truth, that there is no middle class, there would be civil unrest. So we pretend to put attention on people in poverty to raise them up, minimum wage. We ignore the middle class that are making $50,000 a year.
Right.
That in this town, and really any town across America, it's no money.
No.
Which is about $25 to $40 an hour. That's the average income of a person in America today. No money left over to save, no way to reduce their debt. They're talked into going to colleges, they're talked into buying homes. It's a trap. The middle class is basically a trap that supports politics and what appears to be a broken, fractured economy in the United States.
But we have such a huge, segmented population when it comes to wealth. You have these uber rich that have most of the money on the planet, and then you have these poverty-stricken people, and this idea that the dwindling middle class, no one really wants to be middle class. Even middle class want to be wealthier than they are.
I don't agree with that. I think the middle class actually have been convinced by parents, education, media, that the middle class is the place to be.
Don't you want to do better than your parents' generation?
I don't think most people want to do better. I mean, I think they want to do better, but that's not the conversation on the table. Your parents didn't say, look, don't be poor and don't be middle class. It was more of an encouragement like, look, we're middle class, we're better off than the people in India or China or our neighbors, we're better off than everybody. This is a problem with the middle class. They compare themselves to other people's financial condition. And the wealthy and the rich do not compare themselves to others. They know that they need affluence and prosperity to make decisions and to have choices and financial freedom in life.
But what really is the answer here then? Because, you see people in our newsroom, they make pretty good money, right? But you got to work every day. You work 8, 9, 10 hours a day. You go home.
You have 2 mortgages on your house.
You take care of the kids.
Going to college.
And you come back and you want job security. So it really is literally that rat race. And you just keep going over and over.
Because it's a rat race though. Because the game, everybody's just going for the cheese. Rather than what is really needed here. My last book, The 10X Rule, is a magical book about, look, whatever you think you need 10 times that.
Because how do you get it?
You get a job. You get another job. You get another opportunity.
Another job?
You asked me, hey, what are you doing here? I said, I'm working, man. Work is good for my money. It's good for my finances. It's good for my family, my church, my community. People need more money. This message, the Bushes and the Clintons.
People can't even find one job. I mean, they're saying the economy is bouncing back, but people are underemployed or unemployed.
I agree.
So how do you find more than one job?
Because the mindset is, I'm going to go to college, get out. I mean, how does this institution, a college?
That I agree with. Because everyone's in debt when they get out, and then what?
What are the ideas of the middle class? College, got to go to college. You got to own a home. A home is a terrible, terrible investment. To have 2 mortgages on a house. Awful investment. Over the last 75 years, a home's gone up 1% a year. Is that the kind of return
So
you want?
people should rent, even in the LA rent market?
People should rent where they live, and they should own what they can rent as a second business to pull in new income. I rent where I live, but I own 3,500 apartments.
And rent those out.
And rent those out.
That is really the smart way to go.
Because I want money free. I want money making money. The thing the middle class must do now is understand this. It's over. There is no middle class. You want to get out of it. Your mommy and daddy's middle class is not for us what it was for them.
GrantCardoneTV.com.
Yeah.
Great. Grant, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, guys.